Hello, everyone out there in podcast land. It's May 8th, 2020, 7:43 p.m. And I just want to say thank you for tuning in. Um, it's a Friday, a lovely Friday. And earlier today, it started off with the weather being so perfect. Last night, it had a nice little touch of rainstorms and thunderclouds and whatever. But that didn't do anything but calm us down because I slept for the most part pretty good. It's always good to get that good sleep, even if it's spurts. Like, I just can't stay asleep at night. It's always so much on my mind. I'm burning candles at both ends. What can I say? So check me out. I woke up this morning after yesterday's, oh my God, tragedy, which was me losing my wallet. And I don't know, it's not something that's common. It doesn't happen very often. And I can only recall, really, the last time it happened was someone just managed to steal it out of my dorm room in college. And that's been over 16 years ago. So I kind of had this wallet uh, I don't know, for at least 10 years. I know for a fact I've had this wallet for 10 years. So let's just say RIP to my wallet, RIP to the $80 or $100 or again, can't really disclose how much was in it because I don't remember. This is about $100 I go. And that was supposed to go towards a meal or two, so now I'm gonna have to go and probably beg, borrow, steal, kill, make some money some kind of way. Um, Feel free to, become one of my monthly contributors or whatever. Um, I just learned about that, so feel free to endorse me. If you like what I talk about, if you like to hear the sound of my voice, whatever it is that you like, let me know because I'm down to do some talking. And that's basically what a podcast is really all about, right? Talking to entertain and to inform. And right now, I'm just entertaining, but eventually, I might come across the topic that touches dearly to you. But right now, I'm just going to go on and say that today was a good day. Although I lost my wallet, I'm not going to lie, I've been kind of depressed ever since. Because even if it were to just pop back up, I would still feel like, being not knowing where it was for that length of time, I would feel like, oh yeah, like I messed up. I feel so just out of there about it. Like I don't. It's hard to make those kind of mistakes, especially when before it happened, you weighed in thinking, do I really want to go? Yeah, I could have stayed, and I went, and it happened. Um, I don't know what else to say about it. I guess I'll just leave that alone and go on and talk some more about the amazing day that I had. Like once this coronavirus is over with, I know that you guys are gonna have some stories. You're gonna have some oh my god stories. Some I held it down. I held in there because if you're like me, you ain't getting $1,200 because of back child support. You're one of those child support victims. Then, oh man, you thought that 1,200 was coming, and now it's not, and now it's going wherever it goes. So, and I only have one kid. I can imagine for those who I know who have like multiple children. So keep it, whatever. Now, think of it like this. If you could drive a truck, you have a job, my friend. Y'all remember that? I have a friend, my neighbor, he's trying to get his CDL, and I feel like getting your CDL is probably like one of the best career decisions that you could go after, next to maybe barber, like get your barber license or whatever, and gigs like CDL drivers, truck drivers, 18-wheeler drivers, air brake drivers, or whatever the situation is. Like nobody, there's not a lot of discrimination going on with that. Like you if you got your CDL and you put in like, oh, I want to drive for your company or whatever, and you doing whatever freight or whatever it is that you hauling. Like let's say if you I'm gonna use Sears. I know that I used to work at Sears and I used to unload the truck. They don't really like the truck driver just docks, and when the supervisor comes along, they just like it's locked or whatever, and usually like not only is it locked, but it has like a zip, a metal zip tie thing on there or whatever. So only way that you could really get in there to show that you haven't tampered with anything like that is like getting signed off from the supervisor or manager or whatever. So even if you went to jail for some sort of theft, they don't care. Like, what you gonna steal the truck? And I'm pretty sure it's GPS tracked, so you good. And then the thing about the whole truck driving thing is they give you a gas card in most cases or whatever. So, oh man, you free to drive. Even let's say that you. This is again, this is the bad thoughts out there, but I know people who do it. Their personal vehicle, use the gas card to put gas in it, along with the rest of your family. You know what I'm saying? Say you got 4 cars or whatever, boom, boom, boom. But you shouldn't really have to do that if you're making like, I can't say. I know some people that drive trucks, and they be making like $3,000 a week, depending on what they haul and where they driving, and. But that's more experienced kind of price. I would say on the low end, maybe 800, and on the mid grade, like 1,000, 1,200 or whatever. And then on the higher end of that, maybe like 1,500 a week. Maybe even like $2,000 a week. I've seen, because you get an hourly rate, then you get paid mileage. So if your company is paying like 40 cents a mile, then just think about how many miles you're putting on the road out there. Like, boom, let's say in a day you got 40 cents and then at least 100 in a day. Let's just minimize that out to like $40 a day minimum, and you're driving over 100 miles a day. So 40 cents, 100 miles a day or more, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that could be like easily $100 in a day just in traveling, you know what I'm saying? Just in mileage. Then, like if you're getting paid like $15 to $20 an hour, just think about that. Oh my gosh. So that's like, yeah, that's like $100. That's $500. Then $20 an hour. That's like $800. So that's about a $1,300 week. Then whatever taxes are taken out. So it's you could live comfortably with the family and all, with like $4,000 a month. Like, just think about that. And that's about on average or whatever. It's $40,000-$50,000 a year. Like, right in my city, you making about $50,000 a year. People looking at you like you're rich. Low end people are making probably 13 to 15. Like say a Walmart worker or maybe a fast food worker or whatever, making about 15 annually. So just imagine Any I feel like any job or career that you could get that's paying you $1,000 a week, uh, you should be okay. You know, you should be able to find a way um, to manage your money to where you can support your family. Then let's say if you're married and your wife is bringing in like 30,000, 50,000, or whatever, depending on what her career is. Let's say she's a nurse and or a social worker or something like that, and getting paid like $13 to $15 an hour, and you know, overall those added incomes together is like somewhere in the 80 to $100,000 range. You know, and I feel like it don't matter what city you live in, because two of the more expensive cities in the U.S. are San Francisco, California, and Manhattan, New York. And like if you could manage, if you have six figures a year coming into your household, that's what you're making. Then you can still afford the prices of real estate that they, because that's what makes it more expensive. You know, the cost of living is more. So if you can afford that, you good. I mean, hey, who wants to be a millionaire, right? I do. I personally feel like financially, um, when it comes down to it, money is, it's gonna solve all of my problems. You know, only thing that can't be solved from a financial standpoint is that supersedes your finances is your health. So uh, it doesn't matter how rich you are, you might not be able to get another kidney because that kidney might not exist. You know, although I personally feel like I believe in doing the whole organ donor thing. Like, if somebody needs my heart and I'm dead, I got a good heart. Give them the heart. Preferably to a child that needs it. I feel like um, little Ricky over here deserves to live a little bit more um, as a 12-year-old than somebody who's like 50, 60 years old trying to keep living or whatever, unless their role in life is something, drastic. But I mean, you never know what little Ricky could do or could be. He could, but like I say, he's just a child. So give him a chance. I mean, you've had your chance. Um, if you made it to like or by almost retiring age and your heart is starting to give out, that's just old age. That's what's supposed to happen. And the question is, like, did you take care? Was you smoking cigarettes or doing drugs, or what were you doing to accelerate the process and drinking and whatever, and then your liver going out? Like, what were you doing to make like, here I am, I'm 36, so I'll be lucky to make it another 14, 20 years. I don't know. I come to terms with my mortality years ago, so you never know. I've seen people who've gotten hit by cars. I've seen people that just passed out in the street because they was out in the heat too long, or didn't hydrate themselves or whatever, or the, someone may had a brain aneurysm, or they had a stroke. Like, these things are real. It's real things. Like, you never know what could happen. And right now, the country is on panic mode, and like, one of the main things that happens when we go on panic mode is drinking. And I could kind of get down with that. I don't mind drinking or whatever, but I'm not like a drinker like that anymore. And then plus, like, for me to really want to drink, it'd have to be like a function, or it have to be amongst friends, and I need the liquid courage or whatever to maintain. So that would really only be the only reason that I was telling myself wanting to drink. Like, if you're drinking by yourself, no matter if you're a Scotch drinker or whiskey or whatever the case may be. Um, like what doesn't matter what you drink. It's just the fact of the matter that you drinking by yourself. That's like you trying to fill that void, and something happened to where you sitting there alone drinking a gentleman's drink. At that, and like a gentleman's drink to me is like if I pour you up some rum or some scotch or something, and you're drinking it by yourself. That's kind of lonely, Then there's people out there that smoke those Zubin Cuban cigars, Never got into that. I have some classmates and friends out there that, you know, that's their thing. So I'm pretty. But on the other side of that, if you're smoking Cuban Zubin cigars or whatever, you're probably smoking weed, So, which again, to each his own on the smoking thing. I mean, I found myself having a gentleman's drink before, where I was like I could use a drink right now, but it'll probably be probably a beer, Probably got these Bud Light Limes in there that I've been babysitting them, waiting for the right time. And here it is. It's a Friday night where I ain't got nothing to do, and the corona is not gonna let anything happen for the night, and there's no romantic rendezvous going on. So I'm in it like, in there like swimwear, as they say. So, but on a more serious note, I'm gonna say this. I have stuff in my description that you might want to check out. I also like for you to, comment and like and whatever, share. I'm definitely trying to get like this. I'm trying to make this a movement. I'm trying to get to the point where I'm podcasting and I'm recording and I'm putting it out there like, like 3 times a day, like almost like my own little personal radio station. And to where, because I mean, I'm learning the logistics of this thing to where I can record and preset and all of that. Right now I'm just trying to get comfortable with the talking and the dialogue, and hopefully at some point I will get to the point where I've got friends or I've got somebody to, I guess, kind of debate with or whatever. Like I'm trying to, I like this. I like talking way more on this level than really jumping in front of the camera, because I'm staring at myself in the camera thinking like, ooh wee, oh my god, that's a bright light or something. And like, as long as you have whatever it is you have to talk about, get out there and say something. And although they caught the guys that shot the dude, oh man, which I'll talk more about. I don't feel like, I'll say it like this, and it could be wrong, and it could be more of a Batman vigilante way of thinking, a Batman and Robin way of thinking. But sometimes I don't want justice. I want revenge. I want for someone to do to them what they did to him. And that's not, the legal thing, nor is it not really the just thing. But come on, man. I know y'all seen Samuel Jackson's what is it? Time to Die. Yeah, I hope they died. I hope they burned in hell. So that's just the way I feel about it. All right. With all that said, I'm gonna wrap it up. This my time's come and gone. And if you're interested in making money online, then definitely check out the links in the description. Everybody, peace.